Hi everybody, the topic of today is another master player, Huang Longshi. He is said to be one of the strongest Go players of all time and was born around the year 1651 in China. There appears to be little known facts about him, although there are a lot of mysterious stories. By the age of 16, Huang Longshi was guoshou, that means a national top player, and grew up to be considered as by far the strongest player in China, in his own time, and in the centuries after. The famous Go Seigen ranked him at least at the level of Dosaku, and supposedly said that if Huang were alive during modern times, he would be a 13 dan. Huang Longshi was also known for his contribution to Go theory. He would use a lot of forcing moves to give his opponent inefficient shapes and would attack while gaining territory. His unique style makes his game records exciting to study. The moves he plays often look normal and clear, but they are based on deep reading. This deep reading shows in fighting situations where he outsmarts his opponents frequently. Today we will focus on those fighting types situations. In the game we are about to show, Huang Longshi plays white. His opponent is Zhou Dongho and plays black. As you can see, both players placed 2 stones on opposite Hoshi points. This seems to have been the standard in even games in this time. And now white starts with the first free move. We are not sure if white and black are correctly written down. It of course would make more sense if the white stones were black in this case, so that black would start. We took these game records from the nice website gobase.org, where they have big collections. But I've also seen the same games in Chinese SGF files with the colors reversed. So it could be that they're switched. As a local answer to this normal Hoshi approach, the players always responded with an O-Gema. This also seems to have been standard. This is another point that occurs very frequently in Huang Longshi's games. It makes Miai of A and B. The same point is occupied on the other side by white and the corner is pressured. This also returns in a lot of the games. Huang Longshi and his opponents are very fond of this move. It was a Joseki.
Instead of this jump, which was popular then, the more modern approach would be to play this attachment to make black over-concentrated, or white could try to play this Kema, which is another option.
This tiger's mouth is the usual follow-up in their games. It's also very frequently played.
Because of the special Fuseki of this time, both players usually end up with a couple of semi-weak groups, resulting in very exciting fights. Let's see some fighting in action. We jump forward to move 80.
Both players have a few small groups, most of which have some weaknesses as well. Black plays here in Sente and a local fight starts that will spread over the entire board. This is a very nice move. Black takes away white's eye shape. He also helps his weak group at A, and he strengthens the B stone. If white would try to cut the 2 stones off immediately, it would fail. Because of the A stone, black can connect. So instead, white reinforces. And he gets to play this Atari in Sente, which he uses to cut. Because of A, he can now cut, but black counterattacks.
There is still some Achi left in the corner. Black can't Tanuki because else white would come back at A to kill black's corner.
Black settles his weak group in the center, but Now it's white's turn to counterattack. White sets up a very painful squeeze for black here, and black ends up in horrible shape. And now it's suddenly black that's the one under attack. His top right group is still weak, and white splits the two groups. The great thrill of the Huang Longshi games is the flow of attacking and counter-attacking. Black is in a tough spot already, but does not make it easy for white either. This move threatens to connect underneath at A, plus it takes away the eye shape of white's group. White takes away black's base in return and makes eyes for himself.
This is a very nice shape, the Tsuchi. It makes Miyai of cutting at A and playing the Hane at B. It also makes extending to C more interesting for black.
White captures a huge chunk of stones in a ladder here, but he also neglects his upper right group. So black needs to come back and try to gain something in return.
So black tries to capture white's group, but white is able to create two eyes for himself.
This cut comes a bit too late to kill white. White is alive in the corner, but black has Sente, and black uses his Sente to start another attack. And this attack is also a ladder breaker. So, well, where would you play, Peter?
Well, I would try to break the ladder. So, I don't know, maybe I would capture these stones.
Right. Yes, this would be my idea as well, but Huang Longshi found a nicer move, this Kozumi. And not only does it capture the stones, it also helps the top group, and it aims at black's weaknesses too. The cut at A, for example, looks quite dangerous. But black can't reply, he is resilient and he destroys the top. So now, yeah, white of course has to attack, and the roles turn again. It's one fight after the other. So here black escapes with his weak dragon, but it's a very painful result for him. White can now pressure the top group and make eyes for himself at the same time. This is all in Sente.
I was wondering at this point white plays this move, but now black can live with this move.
Right.
I wondered if white just would play here. Then, yeah, we tried some variations and we couldn't really see why white would not play here to kill black.
Yes, it seems it will be some sort of ko in the corner, but white has, I believe, 3 more liberties than black.
Yeah, so maybe white just played here to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
But now black lives.
And white also makes sure that he's alive. This move looks a little bit strange, but it seems that he's going for security here. This move also seems to be a little bit of a mistake. We're not sure about it. Of course, it tries to make territory while attacking at the same time, but black cannot really kill the white group.
So white tanukis.
And here it's quite a painful result for black because the whole corner is destroyed, all the territory is gone. But white also gets a weak group. So now he has 2 weak groups. And black separates them in a very nice way. This is a beautiful splitting attack. And it looks like black is saving his dragon, linking up with his other group, and also attacking the 2 white groups at the same time. But white takes charge and cuts through here. Black responds with a Tsuji of his own. but it's not very spectacular. And now an interesting fight happens. At this moment, the black A group has become very weak, so black has to reinforce it.
This is base robbing to Suchi. It makes Miai of connecting with the white stones at A or B. So black's group is really under a lot of pressure right now. When black cuts here, locally white is dead. However, globally, black has a lot of weak groups. He's got 3 weak groups when white cuts here. So he needs to take care of all 3 of them, which is quite a big task.
It looks like black is safe with this jump, but white starts a splitting attack.
Black lives with one of his 3 weak groups, but he still has 2 other groups to settle. The next task for black is to settle the marked stones. He tries to accomplish this with his stylus attachment. When white descends here, his aim is to create more liberties for his dead group. Black needs to live, and now white starts attacking the whole black dragon.
This is the winning move. It looks like black can connect, but first white plays a crucial Tsuji to steal black's liberties, and then white continues his splitting attack by extending here and jumping here. Both A and B are under huge pressure.
Black decides to rescue his group on the left side. However, at this point the group on the right side dies.
Black desperately tries something, but white simply connects and doesn't give black a chance. And here white's group has more liberties than black's B group, and black dies and resigns. Now let's have a look at another game where Huang Longshi shows his fighting skills. Huang Longshi is black here and Zhou Dongho is white. This move starts another corner joseki, and it's played frequently in the 17th century. This is the proper move for black. He is solid and gets rid of the aji. This might look more natural, but it's wrong. If black would play here, he would lose sente, or if he would play tanuki, he would leave a huge weakness behind for later. This is a painful point. Like this, black's group is heavy and eyeless. If black defends like this, the result is also painful. Black still has to come back to make life. The game continued with Huang Longshi crawling on the second line to take sente. He is playing a quick style, leaning on the strong side in order to attack the weak side. An unconventional shape occurs here for white. What a crazy but beautiful shape. Where would you play, Peter?
I would of course finish the diamond shape and play here.
Yes, I think I would do this too. But to be honest, it's probably not good because it's very slow and black can play at A and it's quite painful. So white played here and he strengthened himself by attacking black's corner. So let's jump forward a couple of moves. This is where the fight starts. It looks like black is in a horrible position. His group at the bottom is eyeless and white is strong everywhere. But one of Huang Longshi's characteristics is his deep reading, and it saves him in tough situations. The push is natural. And white plays Hane, trying to resist black from making easy shape. And again, white resists. But now black plays a Tsuji. It looks strange at first, but the meaning will show itself in a couple of moves. Here the first idea for white should of course be to extend, but this would go horribly wrong. Black can cut through because of his stone at 1. And white's stones die. So white doesn't have a choice and plays here. White's corner is secure, but it will be hard to keep black sealed in. White has to play Hane. And this is also a natural move. But now black made the right side weaker and has time to extend towards the center. White has too many weaknesses on the right side, so he has to fix one of them. This is another very nice move by black. It looks strange, like he's bumping his head into a wall, but it aims at creating cutting points. White defends, but still has an annoying cutting point at A. On top of that, black can also aim at the Tsuji at B. Black goes out into the center and frees himself from the white pressure. A shape move.
It is important to note that white can't cut here, because black has this Tsuji available, which kills the cutting stone.
So white just plays the normal move, and then black plays the Tsuji. And again, this technique might look a bit strange because black gives white more territory, but he also creates more cutting points. So white is starting to feel shabby. Black breaks free in the center and makes a comfortable shape. And here white doesn't really have a choice but to extend to keep the pressure on black. It's the proper move. If white would play very solid and connect here, he gets rid of some of the aji, but it also allows black to play Hane in the center. And now black is completely free and solid and he has no worries. So white has to play here. But now, because black made himself very strong in the center, the roles have turned. Suddenly the white A group isn't strong anymore, but it's actually weak. So black can start to attack white. There is a co-fight here, and black plays this co-threat. White has to defend on the side, and he cannot block, like so, because this cut would be devastating. It makes Miai of A and B, and yeah, this would mean that the game is over. And the same goes for this. This is also a painful result for white, because black makes a Ponuki shape and breaks through. But white is still reasonably okay. And at this point, again, black plays a powerful move. This Hane looks very risky because there's a big cut at A. However, Huang Longshi really calculated everything, which you can see in the next couple of moves. Zhou Dongho was not convinced and he cuts, but let's see what Huang Longshi has in mind. This also feels very strange because black is pushing white into the wrong direction, you would think, but it works. because now black can connect. And this makes Miai of capturing the 3 stones by playing Hane and capturing the 2 stones in a ladder by playing at B. If white would extend with his 3 stones to make them safe, this ladder, which is quite complicated, captures the white stones. You can see that this ladder goes all the way to the upper right corner, so there's a lot of calculation involved. So white has no choice but to defend, and now black plays the Hane and the 3 stones are captured. If white tries to resist, black will play the double Hane, and white is doomed. To conclude this episode, here is a final example of the simple looking moves by Huang Longshi that have reading behind them. Huang Longshi is white and his weak group in the center needs to break free. Where would you play?
I think there's an airplane flying over.
I think so too. Maybe it's Huang Longshi. Huang Longshi plays here. This move is a direct attack on the black group that is also weak. It aims to cut at A, so black has to respond. Now the white jump is beautiful because it's a keima.
See you next time.